How to check your pulse. Checking your pulse allows you to determine your heart rate without any special equipment. This can be useful if you are trying to lose weight or you have a brain condition. Read on to find out how to easily and painlessly check your pulse. Part 1. Finding and recording your pulse. 1. Use your index finger and third finger when finding a pulse. Don't use your thumb when finding it, as it has its own pulse. Find the radial pulse. This is the pulse on the inside of the wrist. Use the pads of your index finger and third finger. Place these just below the wrist creases on the thumb side. Press lightly until you feel a pulse, blood pulsing under your fingers. If necessary, move fingers around until you feel the pulse. Find the carotid pulse. To feel a pulse on the side of the neck just below the jawline, place your index finger and your third finger in the hollow between the windpipe and the large muscle in the neck. Press lightly until you feel a pulse. 2. Check and record your heart rate. Use a watch or clock with a second hand. Count the number of times you feel a throb for 1 minute, 60 seconds, this is the most accurate method. If you don't have a watch or a clock around, the Cleveland Clinic Health System recommends counting the beats you feel for 15 seconds and multiplying this by 4 to get your heart rate per minute. Your pulse is, beats in 15 seconds, x 4 equals y, your heart rate. You can count beats for 30 seconds and multiply by 2. This is less accurate but an option. Only do this if you do not have a clock. 3. Determine your normal heart rate. For adults, normal resting heart rate is 50 to 70 beats per minute. For children under age 18, normal heart rate is 70 to 100 beats per minute. This is your heart rate when you are at rest. Determine your beats per minute by following the steps listed above. Remember, you can determine your heart rate by counting your pulse for 15 seconds and multiplying that number by 4. 4. Check the strength of the pulse to see if it is strong or weak. Your pulse's strength cannot be calculated. While feeling your pulse, you should decide whether your pulse is weak, faint, strong, or bounding. 5. Check the rhythm of your pulse. This is a measurement of your heart's pulsations and the pauses between them. If your pulse is steady, it should be marked as regular. If you detect a skip or other oddity about your pulse, it may be irregular. Part 2. What to do if you can't find your pulse. 1. Try using your fingertips instead of laying your fingers across your wrist. Place them in different places and stop in each location for 5 seconds. 2. Try varying the pressure of your fingertips on your wrist. Sometimes lightening your touch or pressing harder will help you find your pulse. 3. Try pointing your arm pointing towards the floor. Do this if you have been holding it up to your face. The change in blood flow may help you find your pulse. 4. If you have a stethoscope, you can use it here. Make sure you lift up or remove your shirt, hold the stethoscope against your bare chest, and listen. Count each beat as you hear it, and listen for any skipped beats. Part 3. Finding your maximum and target heart rates. 1. Find your potential maximum heart rate. This is the highest your pulse rate can get. You will use your potential maximum heart rate to determine your target heart rate. To find yours, follow this formula: 220, your age, equals predicted maximum heart rate. Try exercising intensely for 30 minutes and then checking your heart rate immediately after, or even during, your exercise. Compare your real maximum heart rate to your potential maximum heart rate. The numbers should be relatively similar. If you're taking your pulse during exercise, keep your feet moving as you do so or blood might accumulate in your extremities. 2. Find your target heart rate. This is 60 to 85% of your maximum heart rate. The reason there is a range rather than a solid number is because everyone has a different fitness level. While you exercise, check your pulse for 15 seconds. The number should be 60 to 85% of your maximum heart rate. Thank you for watching. Click subscribe for more videos.